Welcome to episode 20 of Fury Raptor's I Will Survive Let's Play Survival series. In this episode, we're going to build a superhighway that's the fastest form of travel in Minecraft to bridge over to another continent with the nearest village. And we're going to transform that village into a city. Or perhaps I should say a bigger village, a large town. We're going to start with a soul soil bridge. You could do this with soul sand as well, but that would create the bubbles, and I don't want the bubbles because that'll keep pushing me to the surface. We don't want that. So we'll use soul soil, and we can stay just below the surface and swim along speedily all the way to the other continent. This does assume that you've put soul speed enchantment onto your boots. The next thing is to make a beacon and put speed 2 on it. Alright, laser beam. Gotta feed it an iron ingot and select speed 2. There we go. This superhighway is going to go right past the aircraft carrier too. In fact, if we were to go most direct route from the base over to this village, it would have gone right through the aircraft carrier, but I didn't want to move it at this point. Now this is what makes the superhighway have the speediest part, this buff when you get Dolphin's Grace. And you can make that consistent by just putting a dolphin right above your highway so that every time you pass by it you get that buff, and you have these towers spaced out evenly so that you're constantly renewing it. I learned this on an old Doc M77 video. Him and Ilmango and the Psycraft crew, they apparently figured it out. They've also been working on one of these in Hermitcraft as well, if you watch any of the Hermitcraft videos. I ran a quick test of this just with part of the highway built, and you can see as soon as I go past the Dolphin Towers and the speed boosts, wow, yeah, you can extend the elytra and just soar up into the air. Now the way to do this, you need to start swimming to pick up Dolphin's Grace, so I'm going to set myself straight on this road, and we're inside some water so I can easily start swimming. And once I'm straight, you can just dive in and you start going. Oh yeah. So yeah, if you don't sit yourself totally straight, it's easy to go off the edge and it's hard to correct your steering at that point. And we're already at the other continent. Okay, I'm over here at the other village now, across the ocean, at the other continent, and I really wanted to build up this village and make it, massive and have tons of villagers in here, and like a city. I wanted to make this as big as you could get a village. So at this point, I'm working at the center tower where the villagers ring their bell, and I'm trying to build this thing up. And here I'm making some spokes that will go out. I'm going to have it be kind of a big, round, towerish type thing. Here's what I like about this continent over here where the village is it's got some really interesting landscape. There's a lot of biomes that are kind of jumbled up together here, and a lot of tall areas with those floating islands. I really like it. And over there you can see how the center tower is shaping up now. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to build some bridges that extend from there all the way into the jungle to the tallest trees and into the mountains. Well, the population is coming along in here in this village. Same with the iron golem population. They're sprouting up all over. And I did put a villager breeder in over on the edge of this village, this town. And I've put a couple new big buildings in here. There's going to be a triple-sized building at each corner of this village now. And they each kind of take the form of an existing building here. I've just tripled the number of blocks that go into it. And right over there is where you can see the villager breeder. This house here is one of the more colorful styles that you'll find in villages. It has yellow terracotta in it. There's actually one that has red terracotta with it too, but this has a whole bunch of yellow. And I'm basing it off that house over there. So I'm going to finish up the top portion of this. It took me a while to collect enough clay for this and make the terracotta, but it just needs this top part and then the roof and it'll be done. here's a triple-size terracotta Savannah Village house. And it's going to need a little decoration around it, maybe some bushes and trees, whatnot. Some stuff inside as well, but I do have it set up for villagers. There's beds in there and a few workstations, so we'll get some librarians in here, which will be cool. But yeah, I like how this came out. It's a massive house. It took tons of wood. It uses all these logs. It makes it a little less efficient. Here we can compare it to the original version, and then here's supersize. All right, starting from the original bell, the center of the village here, I now have a path / staircase that'll allow the villagers to get up here because I want them to be able to go up and down. And I do have some elevators, some bubble elevators, but they won't go up those, so they need stairs. But yeah, they should be able to use the entire village tower, so I need to make paths for them. And then up here, I'll be putting beds, so I have some beds strategically placed around. We just want to keep building more beds, more workstations, more structures, and have the population just keep growing. This here in the center is a bubble elevator that goes up to the top. It's off limits to the villagers for now until I make a staircase up here, but we'll have to make it safe with some guardrails. But from here, it'll extend to this rope bridge. This rope bridge is going to go all the way over to jungle treetops, and we're just going to keep building platforms and bridges and probably plant more trees as well to just make this a whole like elevated tree city. And here from this vantage, we can see all the new structures. There's the 4 big buildings in the corners. They'll be kind of like dormitories, able to house a bunch of the villagers each. So it's coming along nicely now. Things are coming together. We got lots of villagers. I think for future projects, we're going to want to decorate this a little more nicely and add some shrubberies and some libraries and bookshelves and whatnot, those kind of things. But this is going to be nice because it's like my base away from base. It's going to be my getaway base. I can come here and this allows me to interact, and my base gets so lonely. So I can come here and I get to interact with these clowns that, well, they pretty much just kind of go, "Rrr." But at least I can come and socialize or pretend I'm socialized. Maybe I'll just socialize with the iron golems and the cats. Yeah. But I can come here and trade. Maybe I'll come here when I want to do horrible experiments on the villagers, like blow them up or let them get turned into zombies, or just send them off on flying machines. I will need to expand though, because everything I expand here can be filled with more villagers. I'll just keep making more and more of them, and I can expand into the jungle. I can expand into the savannah. I can expand into the sea, maybe make underwater base, and this thing can just keep growing. The next phase, though, is definitely going to be the jungle. And over there in the jungle trees you can see, I put some lights inside the canopies. I think that looks really cool at night, and that's going to keep the area safe when we start to expand and have villagers coming over there. Well, you made it to the end, which means you probably want to congratulate yourself by clicking buttons that say subscribe and like, that have thumbs that point up. But even if you don't, I appreciate you coming and watching, and hope to see you next time.